Welcome back to some more EU4 with me, Daniel, from Dan Has Fun, playing as now Croatia, having started as little old one province Ragusa. Last episode, this on screen is what we did. We attacked the Ottomans and they accepted our generous peace offer of giving up Vidin, Sofia, Nigbolu, Kirklisa, Hudavandigar, Kokseli, and Teki. Now, I'm sure all of those were pronounced incorrectly, and I definitely didn't do it on purpose to annoy people from those areas. I didn't. I'm just bad at saying things. Anyway, that's what we did last episode, although I still recommend watching the video if you haven't already. We need to move our armies to some of these areas to keep them protected. And in the case of Adalia, it is so far away from everything, I'm just going to increase its autonomy. That's fine. I don't want to deal with the rebels here. That's going to be really annoying. What we do need to deal with, though, is our giant navy. That is now very, very impressive in size because we pretty much stole everything. Incredibly expensive to upgrade, we might as well do it now. Are we over our naval limit? Only by 1. So I'm not even going to bother disbanding anything, that's fine. We did get a lot of money from that war, so we want to use it wisely. Is there a really important manufactory off the get-go that we can get? Nothing crazy valuable. We probably need, because we have a lot of states that we have not created yet, so we're going to make sure we have as much room as possible. Having said that, we need to stop needing our admin points for everything. At this point, we couldn't make enough if we tried. And this is what I was thinking might happen. So, Austria now hates us. They hate us because they want these provinces that we just took. It was only a matter of time before they were going to be mad about this. And it's why we've been really using Austria for all it's worth. We were always going to lose our alliance with them at some point. Now happens to be the time. Here's the difficult part. You think, oh, well, we have France ready to roll and they can be a natural substitute. The problem is Burgundy. So Burgundy is allied to Austria. If Burgundy attacks France, or vice versa, that will drag both us and Austria in on opposite sides, and they will kick our teeth in. So we cannot ally with France right now. And here's the other problem. Coalition. So Burgundy could attack us, which would eventually be able to drag Austria. They couldn't do it yet because they would get a peace timer against us because of the fact that they're breaking an alliance. But that is still bad. So we're going to have to keep an eye on it. It also means that Hungary's going to become fair game for us to try and eat. So, I mean, at least there's that. And we don't have to change religion to make this happen. So, I mean, cool, I guess. Poland has no helpful allies. Russia has formed, albeit it's not a crazy powerful version in this game so far. It's not wimpy, but it's not crazy strong. Sweden is still under a union with Denmark, although they hate it. Somehow they still have not fired, despite the fact that Russia has 3 times the army of Denmark. Very strange. This is the other nation I looked at potentially for an alliance between episodes. So Castile may in fact be a far better temptation than France. They don't have the same problem of Burgundy declaring war on them. We're not going to be doing the colonization game because, I mean, how on earth could we? So I think Castile is going to be our replacement for Austria. What we should do, I guess, is dump... Oh, wow, we got 5,000 manpower. That's amazing. I was going to say, if we can dump any of our resources into Austria, that would be good. Oh, they've just changed their mind. Okay, then. Sure. Well, now we're at 7 of 4 relations, so that kind of sucks, actually. But we don't have any outraged countries for our diplomat to do anything with. I guess we'll pick allies, then. And he's idle, too, but still, it's fine. The Ottomans finally rivaled us. I know. Took them a day. Took a few years too long, but you do you, I guess, my friends. They still are rivaled by 5 nations. They are not popular. The Ottomans don't... Well, the Ottomans don't like us. The Mamluks have gone back to hating us again. They have a very flip-floppy, wish-washy relationship, too. And Ferrara now looks like one of those, oh, what they call from Paper Mario 2, the black, like, splobs or blorgs or whatever they are on the train. It reminds me of that, for some reason. Or like the X-Nauts, I guess. The little X-Yoks or whatever it's called. It's been a while since I played Paper Mario 2. I should probably play it again. Fun fact, every Halloween as a kid, after it came out anyway, I used to play Paper Mario 64 because I got paid to not go out. And as an introvert, I was like, this is the best thing ever. I'm being bribed to not go outside. Oh, dear, dear. Can we support your heir? I guess you must have got toasted and I didn't go back to supporting. Anyway, it's fine. It almost never pays off, but, I mean, one day it will, maybe. Let's go back up to speed 4. Say okay. And let's get some of our units back. So, you can go to Constantinople. No, you should go on this side. That's a fort. So, we'll go to the other province that isn't. And then you are standing in a pretty smart place. Let's get you in Sofia. You don't need to allow people to attach. Can we core anything else? Yes, we can. Let's get that into motion then. Sweet. Okay. Things are reasonably stable, I think. Maybe. We shall see. I'm saying it out loud, so that's probably putting the mockers on it, but we should be okay. We are only raking in a whopping 3 Diplo points a month, but it's fine. Oh, the Holy Roman Emperor died again. Does he still like us? Okay, they've decided they do like us again. It's only a matter of time before they permanently hate us, though. I'm just annoyed they changed their mind at the last minute. We are losing money. Turn the army down for a bit. I still want to keep the forts up in case we do get attacked. But yeah, inflation is also slowly dropping down. Corruption is going up, but that's only temporary. Yeah, it's caused by overextension. That will fix itself soon. Get another core going, please. Excellent. The National Bank event. The establishment of a bank has given us a reputation of seriousness and reliability. It has also allowed our government a much greater flexibility in raising funds for warfare. We need to focus on control of inflation. Yeah, that's absolutely the right decision. And then we're going to get a ton of money. So now we should build some buildings that make some money. 13. We should probably go trade, probably. But there's nothing in here that gives us a huge amount. History gives us more than 2, so I guess I'll do that. But beyond that, I'm looking at... it's not terrible. Let's get some production buildings in. When we look at our tax breakdown or our money income in general, we only have 6% towards production at the moment, but this will start to tick up over time. Foreign quarter of Janina. For a long time, foreign merchants have been settling in Janina to better conduct trade with our country. Cool. I'm okay with Tuscany being slightly less miserable towards us for now. Maybe they'll leave the coalition. Probably not, because they're our rival, but one can dream. A dream, it probably is going to be. A pipe dream, most likely, but we can hope. Who's our candidate for the Polish throne, by the way? He's at 13%, so this is not happening, but he's a 536. They wish they could get that 536. Yeah, everybody else in comparison is absolute turd. Oh, speaking of turd, we just lost our general. Get a replacement for now. He's rubbish, but he's better than the corpse, I guess. Low bar, I guess, but I would say a corpse is not a great general. Wise words. Milan has a disputed succession, but their person is only 16, so I'm not going to worry about it. Lack of demand for satin, you hate to see it. Get me another core in there. And I can't get a core on Burgas yet because we have apparently a missionary there. Although it looks like they're pretty close to being done. Sweet. Okay, so we have a crazy alliance chain, but it's going to cause our Diplo points to suck horribly. But it does mean we're very safe from the coalition. In fact, I'm kind of surprised. Oh, the king died. Whoa, 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 whoa. Poland and Austria are now each other's rivals. That's interesting. So it may end up having us picking a side. We'll see. If I was to guess, Austria might break their alliance by default, but we'll see. Oh, cool. A son of our family is next in line to the Milanese throne, and he's pretty good, so they probably won't off him. Yeah, he's better than their current leader. Unfortunately, their leader is 16, so probably not going to be relevant for us. Sicily broke away? I don't have a claim on you, and I can't get one. That probably just means Aragon's going to eat you. But I wish you the best of luck, Sicily. That's technically not Sicily, but is in fact Malta. Why is this nation not called Malta? That doesn't make any sense. This is Sicily. This is not Sicily. Yet it's called the Sicily. Whatever. It's fine. We don't apply too much logic here. What are you thinking? Excellent. Well, our navy should do something now that it's fully upgraded. So we're going to hunt pirates again. And in our own trade node. I don't think anybody's here pirating in our trade node, but they definitely won't now. We may want to start on getting our states in place. So, who do we have the options on? I could have sworn we'd have more options than this. Oh, it's because we're still coring them, I think. But yes, we want to save some admin points so we can start turning some of these into states. My game plan is probably to keep Bulgarian as a accepted culture once we get there. We can't do it yet, but there's quite a lot. Oh, the artist just he just went off. But when we look at the culture side of things, there's quite a lot of provinces with Bulgarian. So long term, we'll probably get rid of Albanian. Maybe we'll convert it to Bulgarian and we'll make that an accepted culture. I don't think Bosnian or Serbian long run maybe are going to stay around. Serbian might. Bosnian won't. If we end up getting this area from Austria, that will not stay as well. We just don't have a huge amount of cultures we can work with right now, and unfortunately converting cultures takes Diplo points. Something we comically don't have. Missionary strength, in fact, would be fantastic at this point. Yeah, look at those quick turnarounds. That's a lot of military power. But I need this. I need the admin points. And apparently I need to turn my armies back on. Because we're going to have rebel trouble. At least we're making good money again. But bad wine. Good money, bad wine. Yeah, for a nation that got tanked, I mean, the Ottomans are still giving out a lot of cash into our goodie bags. You want map information, you're going to give me 10 prestige to do so. 100%. Considering you got one province's info. You gave away, I think it's 15 prestige when you make the request. Just for one, that's crazy. Ugh, more corruption. Speaking of which, let's see some land. I'll eat the corruption because he's right, and it gives us more base production in Nassau. Repay the loan. Okay, we're loanless. We're doing alright. Nobody's rebelled yet. I mean, they're very close. But if they do, we'll be fine. Dog upstairs is telling us that everything's okay. I don't know if that's going to pick up on the mic or not. We could just reduce corruption with the help of a parliament vote. Cheaper culture conversion would be pretty good. We were just talking about it. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll go for cheaper culture conversion. We'll pay you some money. I'm not presenting a scapegoat. 2 influence, done. So we want to do culture. Change culture. So that's 44 and 25, respectively. Let's say we pick Bulgarian. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. So we'll pick Dalmatian again. 44 is fine. 25 is fine. I don't need to convert Bulgarian. Bosnian, Albanian, Bosnian. Okay. Because right now we're getting some pretty nasty penalties. If I find, here's a Bosnian province. 33% less tax, 33% less manpower. No thank you. I think we do this, even though it's going to... Oh, no, it won't put us in loan. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. And that means we can get... We could get an admin idea, but we're not going to yet. We need to create some states. We could get admin tech, but again, we're not going to do that. Where is... So this is 44 development, by the way, but Neapolitan... We're not going to have an approved culture, but it is only a 15% penalty because it's in the same group as Dalmatian. I think it's still worth turning this into a state. They're going to want a seat. I'm going to let the game work that out for me. The Aegean Archipelago isn't worth a ton of money, but it is Greek, which we're definitely going to have as an approved culture, so I guess we'll do that too. And then we're just going to wait for these cores to finish. New seat in Parliament, congratulations to you. How far are we on the coring game? Pretty close. Sweet. A Queen Consort of the People. Do we want to pay a little bit of money to have less unrest? No, I think we're good. We'll just take legitimacy. That gives us some buffs regardless. Come on. Please complete. I would love to be... I'm looking really excited to make this a state. I think that'll be fantastic. Sophia. Yeah, too bad. So sad. See you later. You can go to drilling for now. What idea group now? Quantity ideas. I think we do this to make reinforcing cheaper. Bit of less of a money drain. We love it. And it's good timing too, so we can repair from the rebellion attack, which we don't love to see. We don't love to see that at all. It's very rude, in fact. So yeah, we're just going to accept we're going to be a little bit behind on tech for now. We need to reform our kingdom. And there's the other rebels. The Pope's putting a claim on us. I mean, to be fair, we are right on their doorstep, so reasonable. And they have a lot more of Italy than they normally would. So, they're doing all right. Do we core this straight away into a state? I think we do. It'll make it easier to convert, too, religiously speaking. Missionary falls ill. He's going to be sick for 5 years. No, we can't afford that. We need to convert things. We are still at 100% when it comes to religious unity, but that's only because we have a bonus. You can see we're clearly not at 100%. But that's okay. Are we done yet? Really close. And we can get Bulgaria into a state. There we go. And now we probably have to... It's funny that we could be Croatia and we're going to remove Croatian as an accepted culture. Are we really going to do that? That feels wrong. I guess we would, because like, even though we're Croatia, we don't have any of Croatia's traditional borders in our land. That's really funny. It's not. It doesn't count as a culture, surely. That's the button, Daniel. I guess we do. That's really stupid, but we do it. We make Bulgarian an accepted culture, and then next time we get more promoted cultures available, we're clearly going to pick Turkish. Because hopefully by then we'll have more of Turkey to Turk. More Turkey to lurk. I don't know. I don't know, I'm just going crazy. We're up to a 47 land force limit, which is nice. Our manpower cap is now what? 48,000. We're becoming bigger people. We are making some progress. The Ottomans are still going to be scary. Hungary hates us with a burning passion, but what else is new? Yeah, I think we're in a pretty decent spot. And Austria still wants a royal marriage. They don't hate us that much. Oh, you don't have a claim. You have a trade blockade, but who cares? I cannot believe this coalition is still on. Burgundy's at minus 32. Aggressive expansion, but they won't leave. That is absolutely wild. There's no reason for them to be in here. They're even allied to my biggest ally. It's so strange they won't leave. Maybe at the end of the episode, when I will finish this recording session, they will stop. But, yeah, weird. That's a good question, military development. We're at what, 34? 34 army tradition. That's terrible. No wonder our generals suck. But they are offering us, free manpower, so maybe we'll just get another 10 stack. No, don't create a template. Put one down. Put him here. And then on this tile, I'm just going to build maybe a couple of other cannons. Again, I said it when I set that template up. Early game artillery really, really sucks in combat. It's still really helpful for sieging, but it's absolute ass when it comes to combat. But it won't be long until it becomes at least not an embarrassment in combat, so we're going to be using it a lot more. Really, it's kind of like, if we look at the tech level, we don't get it at military level 12, but at 13 we get the cast iron cannons. That, in my opinion, is when they start to become just not a complete liability in combat. They're still not great, but they get a little bit more shock. They get a lot more fire, which is what matters when it's cannons. I mean, they're not shocking. They're going to just blow you up. so it's a bit different. I mean, it might be shocking how many pieces it knocks you into, but that's not quite what it means. I do not want all those peasants. They wouldn't be difficult to beat, but they'd just blow my manpower up. I'm okay giving some money out and being a nice guy. Poland's not a great power anymore. What happens when you don't unite with Lithuania? What were you thinking? What were you thinking not doing it yet? Minus 23% inheritance chance. That might be why. Yeah, that'll do it. Anything else that we think we should state? I think we should state Thrace anyway, because it's a massive amount of development. There we go. Get that done. That was a lot of admin points. Yowzers. But yeah, a lot of this state is Greek, although the 42 Constantinople, development is all Turkish. Turkish will be the next thing in the list that we have to make an accepted culture, clearly. Because we're going to get way, way more of it. But for now, this is the way it's going to be. And I don't know how long we've been going for, but I think I'm going to put a cut in the episode. This has just been mostly a setup for next time around. Although I think we're in a great stretch. Like, if we look at Great Power State, yeah, we're still the number 5. We all have the same number of institutions. So this is legitimate. We have nearly as much development as the Ottomans have at this point, but we are much more easy to defend position. The Ottomans have big scariness all around them. I mean, Russia is sneakily kind of becoming kind of dangerous. Luckily, all of this land is hot garbage. Well, very cold garbage, I guess I should say. But, yeah, we're pretty strong. I don't know how the game has interpreted that we're stronger than Austria. That's just not true. Like, they get the massive Holy Roman Emperor benefits, and they have Hungary as a vassal. Hungary is about as strong as we are, realistically. So the game's not telling the full truth. There's a little bit of porkies involved, but still, we're doing really well. Next episode, hopefully, these guys will leave the coalition so we can potentially smash up some more places in Italy. But we'll try it then. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, if you do the algorithm things to make these videos actually be seen by people who watch them, that would be greatly appreciated. So the like, subscribe, comment dance. Plus, I just like to see people comment because I like to say hi. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.